YouTube, it's me, Ivy, and I haven't done a movie review in a while. I think all of my old movie reviews, sorry, I was just checking the time. I think all of my old movie reviews I've deleted because there was another like movie review page that found mine and I was like super embarrassed about my old videos, so I like deleted them all. But I'm going to do a new one. One of like my most favorite things ever is movies. I'm like a junkie when it comes to books and movies and anything like in plays and whatever, anything entertainment. Um, Anything with a good story, I'm all about it. So, today I'm going to review the movie, um, Unfriended Dark Web, which is the second installment of the Unfriended movies.
Computer's got videos on it, right? Check this out.
Um, First off, I'd like to say that this is I've only seen three movies in this format where like the entire thing is done on a laptop, is shown through the laptop, through the eyes as if like it's from your point of view, you know what I mean, from like the first person point of view, which is really interesting because last night when I watched it just a couple of minutes ago with my family, and then I also watched it last night. But when I watched it last night, I watched it on my laptop, which was really fun because it really felt real to me because I was actually watching it on my laptop, unlike when I watched Searching, it's another movie done in the same format. I saw it in theaters. It just didn't have the same effect. So, it is definitely one of those movies I would recommend watching on a laptop for the full experience. It feels very real if you watch it that way, especially for a horror film. I think it psychologically messes with you in a way that that other horror movies are not able to do for me. It's been a long struggle for me trying to find horror films that actually bring up something in me, bring up emotion in me, bring up fear in me, and that was one of those that it didn't scare me per se, but I was fully engaged in it, and it felt it was an experience that was definitely worth it for me. I would like to say that probably out of the three movies I've seen in this format, it it was definitely better than the first Unfriended. The first Unfriended, it was cute, but I actually preferred um like the Netflix knockoff version of Unfriended, which
I just wanna be friends, Laura. Best friends. Forever.
was like Friend Request, which was like almost the exact same thing except it wasn't through a laptop or whatever. I actually preferred that one. Um, but but it yeah, so it was definitely better than that one. I wouldn't say it was as good as Searching. Maybe it's like right on par with it. It's definitely not better, but it might be on par with Searching. I don't know because Searching was the first movie that I watched in that format, so maybe because it was a new experience for me. Um, it seems like it was better, but maybe it's just as good. I fully enjoyed both movies very, very much. So yeah, that's as far as that goes. Um, Now let's talk about the downfalls. Now I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert because I am about to deeply go into each of the scenes, which, whatever. So first off, can we talk about what a horrible, horrible dark web person that guy who owned that laptop is. Like, he had no security whatsoever. Like, okay, I do sexy stuff online. And I don't have all of my passwords filled in for me. And everything I do is legal. I mean, I don't want it thrown out there for whoever might find my laptop if I lose it. No, no, no. Let's even go before all this, okay? He leaves it at the cafe for, I think it was like 3 weeks, he said. He leaves it at the cafe. Now, I know you're saying that, like, well, it was all a setup for him to find out whatever. We'll go into that later. But let's go into this first end of where it's a supposed person who lost their laptop, okay? Or it was stolen or whatever. Okay. Like, left it there for weeks. His password was the same as his username, okay? Which was just a question mark, just one question mark. Come on. Come on. Yeah. So there's that. Like, all of that's crazy, right? And then, second off, I felt like there was like more effective ways that these people could have handled this stuff happening. Like, okay, the guy said that he started recording it and saving it onto the laptop. But if you know they can hack into your laptop, do you really want it right there? What you do, you have it streaming live somewhere so the whole world can see what's going on and get involved in it.
CIA.
How'd you get in here?
Oh, okay, she has a camera. She might be streaming.
Or you get your phone on the side, text somebody, say, hey, I'm uploading something to the cloud. Please save it onto your device, whatever. Because these people, this entire time, act like they don't have smartphones that have not yet been hacked into, that might not even have webcams, right? Okay. Third of all, like, you could always, if you don't want people to see what you're doing, there's this really amazing thing that you can do and still technically be following the rules. Can you see me? Can you see me? No. So there's that, right? I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of plot holes. It was very engaging, and I did love it, but I don't know. There were some things on there that I just wasn't buying. Third of all, where was I? Yes, this whole thing being a setup, bro, that is like so out in the ballpark that there is no way. No. Okay, first off, not only would you have to assume that somebody is going to steal it, okay? But this person is going to log into all your stuff, look at all your stuff, have all of their friends online to see this all going on, and like be able to predict that all of this is going to happen so you could just like ultimately kill them in the end. You know, it would be so much easier. Like, not tell them any of that shit's happening. Obviously, you can hack into their webcams, no problem. You do that with their own computer, and you could just kill them whenever you want, and they wouldn't have a clue. They wouldn't get anybody involved. And you could still do all that stuff with, like, trying to frame them or whatever, because he already used existing pictures. He already used existing videos. Everything that he used to try and frame them, he could have done the same thing. Sneaking the girl into his room, they could have done that, like, when he was gone doing something else. They didn't have to, like, involve them in this whole whatever. And it would have been so much easier. There would have been, like, less room for problems. Like, what if this guy was just like, I'm calling the cops. Call my bluff. Yeah, you know what? You could kill her, but, no, if I call the cops, yeah, I completely exposed your entire, like, universe. Nobody's gonna risk that. You know what I mean? Especially if, like, they've already exposing everything that they've already done. Who's not to say that one of these other people in the group chats don't give a fuck about that girl dying? They're like, I'm not risking my life, you know, screw her. Like, why? Okay? So, yeah, those are the different, like, little plot holes that I've seen in it, but overall, I really liked it. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, and comment what you think.